So financial government influences are another learn too, and one of them is to analyze the influences of government and the global market on financial management. Um, the government and their policies, and there's different ones like monetary and fiscal policy, there's legislation and government bodies. They monitor and control the business environment. One of the most important ones, and the one that you will consistently be writing about in your exams, is ASIC, which is the independent and statutory commission who is accountable to the Commonwealth Parliament. It stands for the Australian Securities and Investment Commission. They administer the Corporations Acts of 2001, and they're protecting customers in any place that's got to do with investment, life insurance, banking. And the aim is just to reduce fraud and unfair practices in the financial market. So I really recommend knowing that aim, because I always see that question. They're just making sure that these companies adhere to corporation laws. Obviously, if you don't comply with it, it's a deterioration in businesses' reputation and trust, because they will literally expose you on their website in their reports. But there's also very high costs, and we already know from before, businesses don't want to lose that money that's undoubtedly profit otherwise. Another government influence is company taxation. So all incorporated Australian businesses are required to pay company tax on their profits at the end of the financial year, and that's levied at 30% of the company's net profit and paid before the dividends. So company tax is a very big government influence that a lot of people are angry about, because they are giving 30% of their final profits to the government. Now, in terms of processes, the processes for finance are all I'd say like 90% of them are all maths. And they are these ratios that you guys will figure out. I've put up these notes, which were literally my lifesaver, because what they can do for these, they might ask you like, okay, what's the liquidity ratio for this business, and they'll give you the examples. So they'll give you like a balance sheet, they'll give you like an income sheet, or they'll give you a cash flow statement, and you have to use the information there to find out what the ratios are, which is really, really annoying. They can do that, or they can ask you what strategy should the business do to improve their ratio. The ratios are just showing like the different assets and like the net profits, and there's different ratios for different things. Here we've got the current ratio, but I wanted to give you guys these slides because this in class will take a solid 2 to 3 weeks to go through, but this basically has everything you need in 4 separate tables. So this is the ratios for liquidity, these are the ones for profitability, these are the ones for efficiency, these are the ones for solvency. But those 4, I promise, these 4 slides are some of the most important of the entire presentation, because when you guys get up to it in class, like this was all I studied. Otherwise, you could have like 10 plus pages of notes. This is everything you need to do, and it connects everything as well. So it tells you what the ratio is, why you're doing it, how to find it, and the formula, where you get it from. So some of them might be from the balance sheet, others are going to come from the revenue statement, others might come from the cash flow. Like they're all coming from different points. It's going to show you like how to find the answer. Then it's going to show you the acceptable ratio. So whether it's like 2 to 1, it might be like 3 to 1, like what percentage is best. And then it's going to give you strategies to fix it if the ratio isn't too good, and obviously if you want to improve it. So I'd love to go through it in more detail, guys, but this is one of the heaviest, and if not the hardest part of business, is definitely these ratios and just being able to connect all the parts of the math. So with our time limit, we can't, but I wanted to give these to you. These are from my notes and one of the resources I received in class, but they are so, so, so helpful, and I wanted you guys to have these. But if you do have any questions about them, or like you're just reading through, please leave it on the chat, and hopefully in future lectures, we are going to have lectures next year where they will focus just on one topic. Here we're doing 4 topics in 2 hours, but future lectures will just have all of finance in 2 hours, or all of marketing 2 hours. So we will be able to go through this one day, I promise, but you guys will spend a lot of time on this in class because it is a big topic.